Hey y'all, Dr. J here. I was reading an article about the fight between return to office mandates and the flexibility requested and starting to be required by employees to work in either a hybrid or a purely remote environment. And so many old school leaders believe that culture requires people to be in the office because they can see them. And so here's a few elements I want to add to this conversation. Number one, there is no single culture. All right, we throw culture around, culture, and the truth of the matter is there's no one single culture. A boiler room call center is a culture. A hard charging financial investment environment, a trading environment, that is a culture, right? So an important part of this discussion, organizational leaders, is to actually think about what culture are you seeking? Now, if you're listening to me, you might be interested in a performance culture where your employees own their own performance and the performance of the organization. And if you're seeking that, there's a few things you need to have. I've been managing remote teams for a very long time, and my teams rock. Why? Because I spend the time doing this. First and foremost, psychological safety. Do your employees have psychological safety? In a phraseology that all veterans know, permission to speak freely, sir. Right? We know that phraseology and we know what it means. Can your people speak freely without fear of repercussions, right? Psychological safety, critical, number one. Number two, why are your employees showing up to work? People work for their reasons, not yours. If you want them to perform, find out why they're in that building. Find out why they're in that chair. Find out why they're on the other side of that camera. And then you can start tap into what really motivates them. Get them to pursue their goals. And in so doing, pursuing your organization's goals. And then you create a symbiotic relationship where they are owning the organization's performance and success. And the last thing is find ways to break bread together. Find ways to bring your people together for no other reason than to break bread. Why? It goes all the way back in our DNA to our early tribes. Breaking bread is something that is just part of us inside, right? And when we do that with others, we form a community that is deep, right? So figure out ways to do that. It's one of the reasons that people in the office have strong communal environments because they'll take time to go to lunch together and to have meals together and happy hours together. And so figure out ways to do that. I know somebody, he manages employees across the entire nation. And he sends soup to them and they share it together when they have their one-on-ones. It's just a little opportunity to both be sharing in a communal meal. So psychological safety, why are you people working? Break bread together. Figure out how to do that. Get to know your people. And you can create that performance environment you want, what I call a performance culture. All right, y'all, rock on. Peace to you today. I wish you the best of luck.